Hey there, Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, my name is Hannah. I am a Western Practical Astrologer. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be exploring Sagittarius relationships. Stay tuned because we are going to get into it. But before we do, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and click the bell. And if you are interested in booking a reading with me, then you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com. There you can also find my practical astrology ebooks guide, merch, cheat sheets, all that good stuff. Now, if you do want a new video early ad-free plus PDF guides and daily forecasts, then head on over to my Patreon. And I just want to say thank you so much to my patrons over there for all of your support. As always, I hope you find this video to be helpful. Let's do this. Okay, so the information in this video can be applied to romantic relationships, friendships, parenting, family, and so on. And do watch for your rising, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. If any of these planets are in Sagittarius in your chart, just see how the information resonates with you. Also, make sure to check out my aspects series for more information on the energy flow between the signs. Sagittarius relationships. So when you're with other Sagittarians, meaning if you have or if they have Sagittarius planets, or if their Sagittarius planets fall in your first house, you feel inspired, uplifted, and motivated by one another. You can be wild, fun, and free, and really friendly together. You might share some more. It is likely that you can sort of cut to the chase when you're together. You're straightforward with one another. Perhaps you feel seen by other Sagittarians as if they try to see and understand your wider vision. However, there can be heated arguments between you as if you're both pushing your beliefs. I think this is when arguments can occur if you try to push your beliefs onto one another. Then again, you can also be rather easygoing, pretty laid back, but do be cautious of being overly idealistic and maybe too laid back at times. Still, you learn from your experiences and your adventures, your travels, and you understand that you both require freedom and independence. Sagittarius-Capricorn relationships. So when you're with Capricorn, meaning if they have Capricorn planets or if their Capricorn planets fall within your second house, you feel that you must focus and work harder, as if you need to be punctual and organized with a stronger sense of direction. You can sense their reserved attitude. Your Capricorn friend, lover, or colleague will encourage you to be patient, pragmatic, and practical, especially when it comes to financial and security concerns and matters in general. However, tension can arise if Capricorn is maybe too serious or too stern, perhaps too cold with you, or if you're a bit too unreliable or gullible, Sagittarius. Still, Capricorn teaches you the importance of valuing consistency and productivity, whilst also making sure that you have a plan, right? Being able to plan ahead. Capricorn says, follow through and commit. You eventually do grow into your Capricorn traits of prudence, security, and self-mastery later on in life. You come to truly value these qualities. Sagittarius-Aquarius relationships. So when you're with Aquarius, meaning if they have Aquarius planets or if their Aquarius planets fall within your third house, they get you thinking outside of the box and trying new methods. They'll conceptualize with you. You'll enjoy discussing technological, innovative, and revolutionary subjects together. The types of conversations you have tend to be friendly and perhaps paradoxical. It could just go anywhere, really, the conversation. You inspire each other's genius with your words. Maybe you grew up with Aquarius siblings or cousins, or your school friends had or have Aquarius placements. However, whilst Aquarius can bring different insights and original ideas. It is important not to be too idealistic about things. Taking things too far is likely. Still, Aquarius teaches you the importance of being a reforming communicator and learner. You may very well grow into your Aquarius traits later on in life where you possess this eccentric mind. Sagittarius-Pisces. When you're with Pisces, meaning if they have Pisces planets or if their Pisces planets fall within your 4th house, you could feel unsettled or right at home. It just really depends on how you perceived your parents growing up, right? So how you were raised. Maybe one of your parents has or had Pisces placements, or you grew up in a reflective or elusive family or in a very spiritual family. Pisces encourages you to be receptive, emotional, and gentle. There's something quite soulful Pisces brings to your emotional world. After all, at your core, you are rather imaginative and spiritual, Sagittarius, but you tend to keep these qualities private. Still, Pisces reminds you to tap into your vulnerability and into your imagination. Now, what I will say about this is that emotional versus intellectual clashes are likely, but it is still Pisces that really teaches you to be emotionally wise and to be sympathetic. Sagittarius-Aries. When you're with Aries, meaning if they have Aries planets or if their Aries planets fall in your 5th house, you feel motivated, passionate, confident. You'll be assertive, daring, adventurous. You could very well inspire one another, especially inspiring each other with your goals. You'll happily express yourselves and encourage each other's independence. Perhaps your romantic/sexual partners have or had Aries placements, or you get along really well with Aries types. You can enjoy things together and make last-minute plans. You can be spontaneous. However, whilst Aries can be direct and incisive, really incisive, do be cautious of interrupting too much and sort of pushing your views, sort of forcing yourselves to be heard. You both can be loud and quite impulsive, wild at times. Find power in the pause, right? Still, Aries teaches you to share from a place of I when it comes to your ego, either directly or indirectly. Through Aries, you come to learn about your inner child passions. Sagittarius-Taurus. When you're with Taurus, meaning if they have Taurus planets or if their Taurus planets fall in your 6th house, you want to slow down when it comes to your day-to-day matters. You feel like you must. Paying attention to your body becomes a main focus. Taurus brings sensuality and just being grounded to your everyday life. You tend to be solid and steady when it comes to your chosen occupation, and Taurus types remind you to enjoy the simple pleasures throughout the day. Perhaps people you work with have Taurus placements, or your workplace is full of really thorough and steadfast people. However, it may also feel like things are very slow at work, or like you need to really consider the routines of your co-workers. But Taurus teaches you to be intentional and deliberate. Through Taurus, you learn to be predictable about your efforts and your dedication. You try to remain calm and relaxed about your routines and schedules, and so you refine your skills of steadily building. Sagittarius-Gemini. When you're with Gemini, meaning if they have Gemini planets or if their Gemini planets fall in your 7th house, you feel this strange need to be particularly chatty and quick-witted. It's as if you can pick up on the overflowing, never-ending information Gemini has to offer. You may get into relationships with people who display qualities of versatility, humor, and inquisitiveness. Literally Gemini at times. Approaching your relationships in an unemotional and youthful way is also likely, but The "here's an interesting fact" mirror will break at some point because you tend to be much more focused on the bigger picture rather than on the details, Sagittarius. Still, Gemini may push you to see those details, to recognize how those details make up the bigger picture. And sure, yes, Gemini may push your buttons at times. They can also reflect your own informative or jack of all trades behaviors within your partnerships. Through Gemini, you learn to own your qualities of alertness and forming connections, right? Connecting the dots. Sagittarius-Cancer. So when you're with Cancer, meaning if they have Cancer planets or if their Cancer planets fall in your 8th house, you are presented with the much deeper and darker parts of yourself. The parts of yourself which can be crabby, moody, and indirect, but also the parts of you which are domestic and supportive and really comforting. When you are presented with these qualities from Cancerian types, you might withdraw, defend yourself, or react, or you could very well transform through your experience. Cancer encourages you to see greater emotional security and nostalgia in your life. After all, underneath the surface, you're very emotional, sensitive, you're empathetic, but you subconsciously learn to hide these parts of yourself and to instead get out into the world and to explore. Indeed, through Cancer, you learn profound lessons about home, family, and vulnerability. Sagittarius-Leo. When you're with Leo, meaning if they have Leo planets or if their Leo planets fall in your 9th house, you experience something determined and proud. You feel like you can share your knowledge and teachings with greater self-assurance and confidence. Leo also gets you being entertaining and playful when it comes to your worldviews and teachings. You can be courageous and loud when exploring the bigger picture too. And when you're aligned with your higher self, you are benevolent, you're impressive, you're energetic. Leo shows up and gets you gladly expressing your truth and shining a light on your meaning, right? Your meaning of life. You also recognize how your philosophies and how your beliefs can be lived with dignity. But do be cautious of being domineering because you and Leo may insist on asserting your will. Still, Leo teaches you to be loyal about your morals and your ethics and to share your truth creatively. Sagittarius-Virgo. When you're with Virgo, meaning if they have Virgo planets or if their Virgo planets fall in your 10th house, you can be diligent and precise, especially when it comes to your purpose or your career. You realize the importance of checking for errors and preparing. Maybe your manager or your boss is a Virgo, or you look to them as an expert of some kind. On the other hand, it's likely that too much fussiness from Virgo can bother you. You like to be free, after all. Whilst you are both willing to improve, too much self-doubt from Virgo can be testing. Still, you seek a profession where you can perform excellently. And Virgo can be sensible, right? The sensible influence in your life. Virgo teaches you that making small adjustments can really go a long way. And being slightly skeptical of others can help you professionally. Through Virgo, you see the importance of being somewhat discerning and humble. Sagittarius-Libra. When you're with Libra, meaning if they have Libra planets or if their Libra planets fall in your 11th house, you feel quite pleased about your future aims and goals, as if they can relate to you in some way. Libra reminds you of your gifts, talents, and skills. They help you value your unique journey as they charm you with their intelligent insights. Perhaps you have Libra friends in your life, or you run into people who have great taste within social circles, right? They're very diplomatic, perhaps, and graceful. But you see, Libra also teaches you about non-conforming ideas to do with beauty, diplomacy, and fairness. Direct or indirect ways, you learn through Libra that there is no one way to be attractive and that people come in all shapes and sizes. And if or when you can feel Libra being too indecisive or confrontation avoidant, you'll either encourage them to speak their truth or give them the freedom to be themselves and to take as long as they need. Lastly, Sagittarius-Scorpio. When you're with Scorpio, meaning if they have Scorpio planets or if their Scorpio planets fall in your 12th house, you can be investigative and perceptive, very perceptive together, willing to dive deep together. You both show an interest in exploring psychological topics that you're both passionate about. It's as if Scorpio gets you connecting with your inner detective. Scorpio can sense the mysterious parts of yourself when you hold back. They'll also be truthful with you, much like you are with them. But their perspectives cut to the very core. It's also likely, though, that Scorpio's suspicious behavior can agitate you at times. It can bother you if or when Scorpio is demanding or obsessive, or if they're trying to probe too much for more information and you're not ready. Being overly careless and unreliable usually doesn't sit well with Scorpio either, Sagittarius. Still, Scorpio teaches you to be devoted and strong. Through Scorpio, you discover the parts of yourself which are focused and sharp. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video talking all about Sagittarius relationships with all of the signs. Please let me know if you did find this video to be helpful. Did you learn something new? I would really appreciate your feedback, and like you, I am always learning. And again, thank you so much to my patrons over at Patreon for all of your support. Just overall, let me know your thoughts and your opinions on today's video. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then make sure that you click that subscribe button and also give this video a like if you did like it today, and I will be back with another video very, very soon.